Howdy, how you doing? This is Yusuf L. I was scrolling Facebook and I saw one of your guys' sponsored posts or sponsored, it's an ad that you're pretty much running to generate leads, right? To generate new jobs, to increase sales for your company. My assumption is that you are pretty new, and I'm not sure if this is your actual website or just a landing page, but I'm making this video to help you out because this is what I do. Again, I'm Yusuf L, founder of UpShot Solutions, the #1 lead generation agency in DFW, and also of Foundation Marketing Pros. What we do is we specialize in customer acquisition and lead generation for concrete, waterproofing, and foundation companies, not just in DFW, but coast to coast, from Cali to Philadelphia and DC, not just in the US, but also in the UK, also in Australia, Canada, Mexico. All right. So with that said, when it, when anybody is looking for a product or a service, they're gonna do one of two things. The first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna ask somebody. Like I'll go to my neighbors. I'm like, hey, do you know anybody who could work on my foundation? And they might say, yeah, you need to call Flush Leveling, right? Those guys are awesome. They're pretty badass at what they do. Cool. That's the word of mouth referral, right? Other than that, people are gonna get on Google or whatever on their cell phone, and they're gonna search for the service that they're looking for, right? That's what people do. Doesn't matter if they're looking for a foot surgeon or some piers to install because their house is sinking, right? So check this out. This is called the MCMs, all right? So after doing this for a while, a decade or so, I figured out, look, man, these are the key elements that local business needs to focus on in order to generate organic traffic, right? In order to increase your call volume and make more sales, right? So we have the GMB. Now this is y'all's GMB, right? You say you serve this big ass radius around Tarrant County in North Texas, right? All the way to Waco is what it looks like, damn near. Cool. So having this set up is like one of the first steps because this GMB is going to be a asset for you if you treat it like such. There's a lot of information in here that you should just be filling out. Now, you obviously have the address hidden, which is perfectly fine, right? Perfectly fine. As far as the category, it doesn't show what your category is. Now, other foundation contractors have like general contractor, structural, they'll have waterproofing company, so forth. Whatever you do, do not put foundation, right? Do not put foundation because a foundation is like a church, like a 501c3. And if you don't know what to do, just look at your competition, right? Just look at your competition and just see which categories. I know you guys aren't in Fort Worth. I know you serve Fort Worth, but like, see, they got concrete contractor, construction company, right? Just look at them and just see what else they're doing and putting in there. So you can have like as many as you want, but the main one is going to be your main one, okay? You can also you can also list up to 20 locations. So best practice is this. Yes, you say you served, this whole area, but did you guys list like 20 locations? Did you put Tarrant County, Collin County, Dallas County, Johnson County, you know what I'm saying? Hill County. Did you put Fort Worth, Dallas, Plano, Frisco, right? I would suggest you do that. Okay, awesome. So yeah, there's a free website in here as well inside of this dashboard that you go to the GMB dashboard on the left side at the very bottom, it'll say website. Go ahead and publish that, man. It's just another asset that's on the internet for you, working for you. Next, you have something called content, right? Content is pretty much the words on your website. So I want you to think of it like this. For every service that you offer, you want to have like a dedicated page for that service. Slab foundation repair, right? Reason being is this. I'm going to show you why you want to do that. I know like you're like, look, we just need a website. We get most of our work through word of mouth. business has been booming. But guess what, guys? You cannot scale word of mouth. You cannot do it. Cannot do it. There's no way. That's called hope marketing, right? Hope. If I type in beer, because I'm right by the Miller factory off of 35 in South Side, right? In South Fort Worth. If I type in beer, you're gonna see Wikipedia. There's a lot of like little work like terms you can. Wikipedia always just ranks Wikipedia this, Wikipedia that. It's because Wikipedia always has the most authoritative and relevant content. You see, all this content is strictly for beer, right? Strictly for beer. This is why they rank for that service or that subject matter, right? So slab foundation repair, you want to become the Wikipedia of slab foundation repair. Now, anybody that's ranking for this obviously has uh, content, more authoritative content on the subject matter. Okay, so my suggestion would be just create individual pages for the services that you offer and write more authoritative content than your competition. Because Google is going to be like, look, you guys are like becoming the most authoritative and relevant source for this topic of pier and beam installations, of tunneling, French drains, right? Stuff like that. Cool. Also, like if you have someone that's not camera shy, just get on you create like a video and just speak on camera what you have written on your on your website, because this is one form of content, and then what I'm doing now right now speaking, this is another form of content, right? So you can duplicate it that way as well. You know what I mean? You can also duplicate this whole thing in Spanish, and that'll be considered like another uh, something else that's going to help you guys out. All right. So citations. Citation is like whenever you have a Facebook page. Where's your this is your phone number. So this is so Facebook. You guys are getting cited on Facebook. You're getting cited on Build Zoom, BBB, possibly the Chamber of Commerce. I guess this is it. But build those citations, man. Most of the time they're free. There's hundreds of them. It's like sprinkling your business name, address, and phone number all across the internet and all these free sources. Okay, it's not going to do anything but help you guys out, right? Trust me, we generate organic traffic all the time. There's no need to pay for ads. You only pay for ads when you don't know these elements that I'm showing you, okay? Or, you just want to dominate the whole page like GL Hunt tries to do, right? Cool. And then you got something called links, and this is obviously the SEO part. A backlink is like a vote. So pretty much like the internet is kind of like a popularity contest, okay? And you want these backlinks and a badass SEO to help get you these votes. Now, here's an example, right? This is HD. No, we're not even gonna start with them. Let me show you something. Let's start with Google. So Google.com has like the perfect score, right? They got millions of like votes, right? You guys don't have any yet, but you will, right? That's why it's a blank. But like your competition, say like they got 92 votes on their for their main website, okay? And all it is just matching these votes. You can actually take their best votes, get them for yourself, and then go and find better votes until eventually you start outranking them, right? Because this is actually a war. Because when you start ranking and you knock one of these guys off out of these map listings in certain areas for certain terms, they're gonna lose call volume because you're taking the call volume now, right? So just think of it like that. Yeah, man. I know you guys are busy. I'm pretty busy. And with that said, this is Yusuf L. UpShot Solutions and Foundation Marketing Pros. I hope this video helps you guys out. And if you have any questions, just reach out.